I'm glad that China is dealing with this like an adult, while the US is being like a little whiny. I've been observing, and probably you've been observing too, this thing with tariffs that is happening. The Western companies came to China not because they were friendly, but they came here for cheap labor, cheap production, and they could increase their bottom line, and they were greedy. When China cannot be pushed around anymore, now their feathers are all ruffled. Oh, did China make you a boo-boo? Now they don't want to listen no more to your imperialist bullshit. Oh, boo-boo, it's gonna be okay. The part that I also don't get is like everybody's complaining, oh, they subsidize their manufacturing. Does that also mean that they are actually investing in their domestic production? The country takes the taxes from the people and then invests those taxes to subsidize and push the industry forward. So what's wrong with that? That they decide to invest their own money into themselves and not put it in their pocket and spend it on pointless shit? They wanted to assert their dominance over the whole world directly. And it goes like, if you don't retaliate, you will not be punished. And to me, that sounded like, that worst case scenario that any woman can go through when there is somebody coming and trying to attack you, and then they say don't move. If you don't move and you will be good, this will be over soon. This is the first part where they kind of tragically misjudged China because, well, a country of this size traditionally has a problem of cracking into itself if you don't touch it. If they wanted to let problems in China do their thing and China potentially caves in, it would cave in from inside. But now when you're applying external pressure in such a way where you are trying to challenge the nation of 1.5 billion people, you are only going to solidify them. So now they don't have to spend money on any kind of anti-US propaganda or talk about that because, well, the White House does its own talking. Like with the tweet that I said earlier, if China shows their resilience as they have, the people are going to back their government because they can hear the bullshit that is being said on TV. Oh, we are financing the Chinese peasants and buy what those Chinese peasants manufacture. Yeah, peasants is not really the right term. To make the final conclusion about this whole rant, I really hope that this can be ironed out and that China is going to keep their stance, or the US does buckle down, China is going to be invited to the table on an equal footing, and that is going to again enhance its standing with their own Chinese people. So I really hope that this is going to bring China closer to the rest of the world, and that the rest of the world will be able to understand that China has made some decisions in the past so it could sustain itself and reduce its reliance on the foreign influences and foreign factors. And now, with this conversation being opened, everybody could potentially benefit. And I really hope that even the US is going to approach this with a little bit more of a cool head and talk to China, because if this conversation does happen, on the long term, the whole world is going to benefit from it, because between these two behemoths, the war is not a solution. Any kind of war, even trade war, no.